Have you ever had the feeling that someone is watching you, even when you're alone? I never believed in that stuff, ghosts, spirits, any of it. I was just Jason, a regular guy. I worked as a graphic designer and lived in a small, quiet apartment. But then, something happened that made me question everything. For as long as I could remember, every night at exactly midnight my phone would ring. Not with a regular call, but with a number that wasn't in my contacts. The first time it happened, I thought it was a wrong number. But when it kept happening every night, I started to get paranoid. At first, I'd hang up immediately. There was nothing on the other end. Just the dead silence of the line. Over time, it started to feel like someone, or something, was watching me. The calls never stopped, and no matter what I did, the number remained blocked, or it would show up as unknown, or restricted. I was exhausted. I tried everything, blocking the number, even changing my number altogether, but it didn't matter. The calls kept coming. And every time, it was the same, silence. One night, after weeks of dread, I made a decision. This wasn't normal, and I wasn't going to let it control my life anymore. I stayed awake, watching the clock. At 11:59 p.m., my heart began to race. I was ready to face whatever this was. I grabbed my phone, determined to answer it. At midnight the phone buzzed. Without hesitation I answered. "Hello?" I said, trying to sound calm, but I could hear the nervous edge in my voice. There was nothing. No voice, no sound. Just static, then a low, gravelly whisper. "You should have stayed asleep, Jason." My blood ran cold. No one knew my name. Not anyone who had called, not anyone who'd ever contacted me. "Who is this?" I demanded, my hands shaking as I gripped the phone. The line went silent for a long moment, and then the voice returned, deeper, closer this time. "I'm the one you've been hearing every night." I didn't know what to say. My mind raced. The figure raised its hand slowly. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. It was as if the air itself had thickened, suffocating me. My legs wouldn't move. I was frozen. And then the voice, the one I'd heard on the phone, returned. But this time, it was clearer, more present. It spoke from everywhere at once, reverberating in the walls and through the floors. "You shouldn't have stayed awake, Jason. You're mine now." Suddenly, the room around me began to distort. The walls warped and stretched, as if the entire apartment was folding in on itself. The figure moved closer, its eyes locking with mine. I tried to scream again, but nothing happened. The last thing I saw before everything went black was my own face, now twisted in a mockery of a grin, standing over me. The phone rang again, as it always did, but this time I couldn't pick it up. And that's how it ends. Jason was never the same after that night. No one ever heard from him again. Some say he's still out there, answering the calls, trapped in some endless loop of his own making. But one thing is certain. If you ever hear a phone ring at midnight, and you don't recognize the number, maybe don't pick up.